G'day folks, Quentin Kenihan here with another cool interview from Supernova. I am here with one of the most well-known character actors the world has seen in probably the last 20 years.
Oh man.
I would say.
Thank you.
Greg Grunberg, the man.
The man. I've been lucky. It's nice to have friends.
You're not a myth, you're a legend.
Oh, dude, thank you. How about you? I'm sitting next to a legend.
Yeah. I'm only starting up. I mean, I've only done 4 features. You worked with Dick Van Dyke, for God's sake.
Dude, you're amazing. Okay, so I worked with Dick Van Dyke, and I said to him, everything you've ever done, I mean, Dick Van Dyke, right?
I mean, one of your earliest roles, Diagnosis Murder.
Yeah.
Like, as a young actor, you get to work opposite such a iconic legend.
Yeah.
Like, what's that like, that moment?
It's very surreal, and it's very disarming and humbling, and then at the same time, a guy like that, immediately, just, you lose it all, as far as nerves are concerned, because he's so welcoming, he's so sweet, he gives you a hug, and in scenes, he's like rooting for you. That was one of the first things I ever did.
Yeah.
So I was so nervous, and you know, when you do something like that, and you know, other people that you've worked with or met, the biggest people, you realize they're just people, and they're very talented, and they've had breaks at the right time. So, you know, it becomes easier and easier, but that was a big one for me, because Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, one of my favorite films of all time, Mary Poppins. I mean, he's a legend, such a legend.
Now, we do have a little bit of a coincidence. Now, when you were making, were you part of the pilot of Alias?
Yes.
Yeah. So, you're shooting the pilot of Alias.
Yeah.
I'm staying at the Western Bonaventure Hotel.
Okay.
In downtown LA.
Yeah.
I'm there shooting a document or a TV series called Quentin Crashes. Now, the idea of Quentin Crashes was guy in a wheelchair, goes to Hollywood, is getting as much trouble as he can uninvited to interview celebrities.
Okay, I love it.
So I get to the Academy Awards. I break in. I interview celebrities. Then they're shooting this J.J. Abrams pilot across the road from my hotel. Young girl, Jennifer Garner. No one's ever heard of.
Right.
And you. And I couldn't get through.
What are you talking about? You got through to the Academy Awards, but you couldn't get through to some schlub and a newbie?
Exactly.
That is crazy.
It was like the set of Heat.
Right.
It was like De Niro and Pacino duking it out in downtown.
Okay, well, I can assure you it wasn't because of me. It was definitely Jen and like the security she may have had around her or whatever. But that is hilarious, man.
But how was that first? Because you never know on a pilot.
Yeah. Well, first of all, when JJ touches something, even back then, he's my best friend. I've known him since we were 4. I knew that it was something special. And also the idea of her having, remember when the show started off, she had a normal life, and she had that secret life. It was so well written. The production quality was so good. It was like a feature every week.
Yeah.
We all knew it was something special. ABC really needed something cool. So I knew we were onto something great. And I was, the first season, I was doing Felicity at the same time that I was doing Heroes.
Wow.
Which was unheard of because there were 2 different networks. They don't let you do that.
Yeah.
So it was very cool.
And so you did the first season of, well, you did all through Alias.
Yeah.
Like, what was that like when you know, because there's a couple months short, it's when you know you're going to get picked up.
Yeah.
And that kind of, you're going to get dropped on your ass.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, the best experience of that is, and we know, like, you're lucky enough to do a pilot. And then if that pilot goes, they pick it up and suddenly you know you're going to be doing a certain number of episodes.
Yeah.
But people get cut, they get recast in pilots all the time. I did the pilot for Heroes. We knew it was going to be a massive hit, and we were waiting to get picked up. And suddenly I get a call from the director saying, hey, listen, I got bad news for you. The storyline you were in, they think it's too much of a terrorist storyline. They're cutting it. You're not in the pilot anymore. And I was devastated. I pulled my car over. I took a breath. I'm like, I got to call my wife and say, and no less than, sooner did the phone ring, and it was the network saying, we're not doing the show without you. We're going to rewrite your stuff. We're going to reshoot it, and it'll be fun.
Wow.
And look what happened. The show went on to be a big success. So it's happened to me in my career. That's why somebody just asked me. They were like, "What's your secret to, or what advice do you give somebody who wants to get into the creative space at all?" And I'm sure you say the same thing. Don't ever let anybody stop you. Don't let your failures stop you. Keep pushing.
Determination.
Yeah, exactly.
Determination. Now, because you would have worked with so many different great directors. As yourself, as an actor, how do you like to be directed? Like, what's your approach as an actor?
It's a great question.
Because for me,
yeah, tell me.
As much backstory as I can get.
Oh, really?
You know? As much backstory that I can, or they say, go and create your own backstory.
Yeah, yeah.
Either way I love, but if I get nothing,
That's
if
tricky.
I got no through line, it's really hard.
Yeah, and look, you said it best. It's the director. To me, there's one audience member. That's your audience. You got to please that audience, and you've got to trust them, right? So if the director says, "Cut, great, that was awesome," you've got to believe that. You know, I always joke that in cable, or if it's a low budget thing, it's always like, "Cut, that was good enough. Let's move on," and that's never what you want to hear, right?
Yeah.
So my process that I like, I have to hear, "Cut, great." I have to be reassured. But I also love a director that gives me a little bit of freedom. I worked with the Coen brothers, they're incredible. They're legends. I mean, JJ and I have a shorthand. He's my oldest friend. It's different. Everybody looks at him a different way than I do. I think he's just as creative, just as brilliant as everybody else. But we have a shorthand. He walks up to me and he goes, "Okay, that was terrible. Just do it again." It's like, there's no mixing words. Coen brothers, they let you go. But they give you, it's weird. I can't even give you a specific on it. Albert Brooks I worked with, same thing. What he does is, these guys, they make you feel like somehow they fool you. They give you such little direction that you feel like, okay, I'm doing the right thing, and they give you the freedom to keep going on that path.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I've made the biggest acting error of my life, and I want to see if you've made it as well.
Okay.
Where you read a really bad script, and you tell your agent, "I'm not going to do it. I'll only do it if they pay a certain amount of money," right? Even though you know in your heart this film is a piece of dog. Right?
Yeah.
Now that happened to me. I said I want a huge amount of money, knowing they'll never pay it.
And they paid it.
And they paid it. Have you fallen into that trap that I have?
Yes. But ultimately...
You don't have to name it what it is.
Okay, I'm not, because I got to tell you, ultimately, if it stinks that much, not many people are going to see it.
Well,
Don't you think?
Well, in the film that I did, which it was voted Australia's worst movie ever made by Rotten Tomatoes.
Perfect.
It's called You and Your Stupid Mate.
You and Your Stupid Mate. That's great.
They even spelt my name wrong in the credits. Now,
awesome.
How good is that?
That's awesome. Hey, how about this? I got asked to be in a parade. Okay. As cheesy as that is, I was like, it's a parade. This is awesome. I've never done that before. I want to experience things. That's why I travel and I do these shows.
Yeah.
So it was a parade. Cheesy. My friends are making fun of me. They're like, "What are you doing?" It wasn't even a big parade. It was a small town parade. I get there. This car pulls up and it says, Huntington Beach, it was like Thanksgiving Day parade, welcomes Greg Grunberg.
Oh.
I'm talking about, dude, on the side of the car, as big as could be, my name is spelled wrong. And I went, perfect. And I got in there and I just waved and did the parade. It's so funny.
You and I have another thing in common.
Yeah.
Is that we've been able to use our notoriety and our celebrity for good.
Yes.
Now, your son has epilepsy, am I right?
Yes. Since he was 7, he's 20 now. He's been living with seizures and epilepsy, and I'm the national spokesperson for epilepsy in the United States.
And you started a charity?
I did. I saw that there was a need to talk about it, because everybody has something, and in the epilepsy community, people really feel alone.
Yeah.
And when you're going through stuff, there are such dark moments, man, where you feel like no one understands. No two situations are the same, right? But everybody's got something. Epilepsy is the kind of thing where you're doing your daily thing and an earthquake is about to happen at any time. You don't know why. And sometimes there's a reason. There's a tumor. There's something in the brain. Jake is one of those rare cases where he's got they say perfectly normal brain, quote unquote, but he has seizures. And I mean, he's had terrible seizures. He's had brain surgeries. But anyway, I realized very quickly that doctors and patients and caregivers kept saying, no one's talking about this. If more people talked about it, then there would be no stigma. So I started talkaboutit.org. Thank you for letting me bring it up. I agree. It's
Where can people donate?
go to talkaboutit.org to donate, or right now is Epilepsy Awareness Month.
Yep.
And we're doing this campaign called My Epilepsy Hero. If you like what I'm doing for epilepsy, go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere, and just post. Hashtag My Epilepsy Hero is Greg Grunberg, or My Epilepsy Hero is my mom because she takes care of me. Whatever it is, find an epilepsy hero in your life, or me, whatever it is. Each post adds up. 500 posts, $10,000 goes to the epilepsy fund.
All right, here's my charity.
Tell me.
I am the ambassador for a charity called Touch by Olivia. And what we do is we build playgrounds for disabled people and able people to play together.
Great.
And our focus is you can cure a kid with other charities. And how many charities put smiles on their face?
Right.
And what we do is we allow families to play together.
It's great.
In safe, inclusive places. You know, just people who have autism, epilepsy, physically disabled, sensory,
right,
intellectually. We build these safe environments so the families can
It's so
together.
great. And by the way, why should it be just a place for just people like my son to play?
Exactly.
Why not a place where everybody can play together?
And that's what we do.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Where can people donate for that?
Well, you can go to touchbyolivia.org.au.
Touched by Olivia.
Yeah.
Now, why? Who's Olivia?
Olivia was a little girl who sadly passed away when she was 8 months old. Her parents started the charity in her name.
Okay.
And that's what we do. We go out and we put smiles on the kids' faces.
Good for you, man.
Now,
Come on, isn't that? By the way, you've done a hell of a lot of stuff. You're a legend. I've done a lot of stuff.
you're a legend.
Thank you. Isn't that the most rewarding thing that you do, though?
It is.
When you go and you see that you've created this play space, this safe space, this environment, and people can enjoy it. Like when my band plays, I have a band called Band from TV with other actors. We raised millions of dollars over the years. I would love to give to your charity, by the way. It's fantastic.
Well, we will give you more.
Okay, great. Yeah.
So it'll be a bit of a loving.
I love it. I love
Without the
it.
touching.
That's. You know what? My wife would be fine. She'd be fine with it. After 25
So would
years.
you.
Yeah, I'd be fine.
Okay, we're
Plenty
fine.
of touching. Plenty of touching.
Now, what's next on the...
So yesterday, Mashable and Warner Brothers just announced I am recurring in what they call a badass role on The Flash. Come
Get
on!
out!
Exactly, man. Seriously. I've conquered. I'm so lucky to have been part of all of these different franchises. That group, Greg Berlanti's shows, Arrow, Supergirl, The Flash.
So this means you moved to Calgary. Or Vancouver.
Vancouver. Not moving, but I've gone up there now twice. I did 2 episodes and I had to keep it a secret. Hey, look! It's Nathan Fillion! Dude, have you met Nathan?
I have.
Come on.
Nathan?
I've heard good things about this Nathan guy. I don't know. Swamp.
I've got a list of bad things, and they start right now.
Shut Greg.
What? Sorry.
Nothing. So, did you do the Kevin Smith episode?
So that's how it happened, man. See, nothing gets by you. Here's the thing. We do this show together, Geeking Out, and it's on AMC after Fear the Walking Dead. We've done 9 episodes. We're working together. We love Kevin Smith. He's so brilliant and generous and sweet and knowledgeable. Anyway, he goes up to direct an episode of The Flash.
Yeah.
And they say, hey, Greg, we have this role, Detective Patterson. You think Greg would be interested? He calls me and doesn't ask me, tells me. He's like, dude, recurring role, The Flash, get your ass up to Canada.
Like, get on a fucking plane.
Exactly. And I was like, I'm on the way.
I love it, man.
Isn't that great?
That is good.
Yeah.
See, I'm going to wait 6 months before we can get announced the next movie.
Oh, really? You shot it already?
No. We're just waiting for the announcement.
Oh, the announcement. Yeah, I know. Well, that's the way it is now. Everything's top secret. When we were shooting Star Wars, they gave it out the script. I'm sure you've seen this kind of thing. The script comes on red paper.
No. I only got my sides. I didn't even get a script.
No. Me either. I'm talking about sides. Not about sides. And I didn't get my sides until the morning that I was shooting. They didn't give it to me the night before.
I got mine from Mad Max. I got mine the day before.
Dude, that's crazy.
And my audition sides were from when Harry met Sally.
Oh my God. Come on.
You know, so I'm like, I love it when you get that wrinkle in your nose. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm doing the full Billy Crystal.
Oh my God.
And they go, and I'm like, how does this mean I'm a badass road warrior?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Mate, it's
love
been
it.
so great to talk to you.
It's been such a pleasure.
Good luck for you.
I'm going to ask on camera, I'm going to ask you to do something for me.
Sure.
I'm going to film it after this, but talkaboutit.org is all about encouraging people to talk about whatever it is that is an issue in their life. Everybody's got something.
Yeah.
And in epilepsy's that way. Can I get you doing a little video? Just quick.
Absolutely.
Awesome. We'll do that right now.
Say goodbye.
You rock. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.